Adapt or perish. That's never been so true in my life, ever. So living in my car made me so much productive and efficient with my time. But I did have to learn how to be very adaptable and still be able to apply my system, keep developing good habits and a good routine. But before I continue, welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to whoever is new. So this is me. Hi, my name is Julieta and I live in my car. I am an aspiring nomad artist and my dream is to travel the world doing plein air and making art in a studio van. So I'm trying to get out of debt and save some money by living in my car. So if you are interested to see if I can make this dream happen, subscribe to my channel. I realized that there are a few things that are very important to learn if you want to succeed in this lifestyle. For example, remove physical clutter, learn detachment, understanding what is important and what's not. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about adaptation, being adaptable and being flexible. Because what I mean is that, for example, today I have an upside down day. That's how I call it. It's because I have work in the morning. So the first half of the day I work at Target and the second half of the day I will go to the library. Going to the library is like my main habit, the thing that is the most important, because that's where I work on my personal projects, on my art and on my content and in my personal development. So I have to figure out a way to make it work, even though my brain doesn't like it, because my brain likes it the other way around, going to the library in the morning and then going to work and do something more mechanical and more physical in the afternoons, because my brain works better in the mornings. It's more focused and everything is more clear, but I cannot control where shifts are available, so I have to make it work. Another thing that I'm trying to tackle is my weight loss and my health, and I'm extremely addicted to carbs. I have a sweet tooth, it's very strong and it's very hard to quit, and I tend to overeat these things. I can't stop. So I think that that's something that I need to start focusing a little bit more. So I started going to the gym and doing some sprints, because apparently to get rid of visceral fat, doing sprints is the best thing to do. Another thing about adaptability, little things like, for example, I don't go to Panera when I have to go to Target in the morning, because it's out of the way. I don't want to waste gas. So they have this little hot water dispenser that it's very practical. So I bring my own instant coffee. I do have half and half that I keep in the fridge at work. So I do my coffee there. I just go 15 minutes earlier and I have my coffee. I was talking in this video how important it is to have a schedule and a routine, but that is not always possible. I guess if you have a 9-to-5 job, it could be, but for the most part, I learned that people who choose this lifestyle, they usually do gig work or maybe like remote work, like online stuff, or shift work. Like me, for example, I do on-demand shift work. That means that every day is going to look different to each other. So having a system that allows this type of flexibility is very important. All right, so done with my shift. I already went to McDonald's and ate my beef patties. My shift was pretty good, pretty easy. And now we are going to the library. I wanted to talk a little bit about my struggle with my food and the fact that I don't want to cook. I'm not going to have a refrigerator for now. That's not in my plans. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a problem. So I don't want to deal with that, because there's a lot of people giving me advice or, tips on what to cook, where to cook, and how to save money on food. And honestly, because I'm following a carnivore diet, because I think that's the best for me. The few times that I was able to stick to it, I felt the best I've ever felt. I lost a lot of weight. I was able to, relieve my cravings for sweets, which is a big problem for me. And I've done everything that you can imagine, from raw food, vegan to paleo to keto. So it's not that I'm new to to diets and lifestyles or anything like that, because I know it's very controversial and everybody has opinions about that issue. But I honestly have done so much research. I've watching so many videos, so many experts and actual doctors and scientists and Harvard psychiatrists, and they all recommend it. So I am gonna try, but I have such a carbs, especially sweet stuff, have such a pull on me, especially at night. Oh my God, I crave sweets and something yummy and good that hugs me from the inside so bad. And it's been like that since forever. So that's what I'm trying to fight. And I think I'm gonna have to give up sweeteners, because I do Splenda or other sweeteners, because it's hard in my coffee and my yogurt. It's kind of hard to give that up, but I'm gonna have to do that. That's gonna be the only way that I can actually remove the craving. So I'm gonna be working on that. Also, the other thing that it's kind of a problem that I'm trying to solve is what to eat at the library, because I don't want to leave the library in the middle of the day. If I'm having a full day at the library, I don't want to leave. I don't want to lose my momentum, and I don't want to lose my place, my table. So what I did a couple of times, I brought some cold beef patties from the night before, and I put this in this thingy. You know, you plug this. It's like a heating lunchbox, and it works. The problem is that sometimes I forget to buy the patties the night before, or the chicken or whatever. So sometimes I just go and buy some yogurt or some deli meats. That's not the best. Deli meat and deli cheese rolled up. Yeah, you can do that every once in a while, but it's not the healthiest. So every once in a while I do go to my friend's house and I can cook there, and I try to eat better beef and better meats in general. And I do bring some liver, because I think liver is very nutritious. Also, I like to add raw cheese, which is, because of the enzymes, it's also very nutritious and very good for you. So that's another thing that I'm going to be working on. So first my dad, second my diet, and then also meanwhile I'm working on my craft and my content. And anyway, time to go to the library, okay? So I was a little bit concerned that I wasn't going to find a table, but I did. And even though it was not my favorite table, it was my second favorite. So I'm pretty happy. So I started working on my new website, and I am using Fourth Wall because it's a free site and you can use a custom domain. So I was able to name my site julietadenomadartist.com. Little by little, I'm adding some new designs on mugs, stickers, notebooks, framed art prints, shirts. There are not that many yet, but I will start adding more in the future. I also still have my Etsy shop where I sell custom artwork and some watercolor prints. I got hungry and tired, and it was already dark outside. So I decided to leave the library a bit sooner than I wanted. So I didn't get that much done. Oh, look at that. I envy you so much. Okay. I got these two. Actually, they're very powerful. Anyway, so these upside down days where I just go first to Target and then come to the library, they don't really work. I mean, they're great because I'm able to, charge all my computer, my iPad, and my battery if I have to, so I can regroup and everything, and do whatever there is that I need to do on my computer, like simple task. But I cannot be very creative. I can't. I don't have any brain power anymore for some reason. It's just everything is gone, and I just gonna go relax in the back of the car, watch some series, and just go to sleep. So I'm gonna go get something for dinner, and I'm gonna do exactly that. Sprouts is one of my favorite places to come and watch for the most part, not buy, because it's on the expensive side. But this is the only place that have raw dairy, and this is raw kefir, or kefir. People pronounce it in very different ways. It's very nutritious and it's great for your gut. This will be my dinner tonight. Oh boy, it got so gloomy and cold all of a sudden. All right, let's get cozy in my little pod. Okay, so if you're like me and you get overwhelmed with your own thoughts, thinking about how crazy it is, or it's too late to change, this doesn't make any sense, it's too ambitious, blah, blah, blah. A friend of mine told me about this technique, and it's kind of silly, and maybe you already heard about this, but every time you have intrusive thoughts, just think about the stop sign, the red stop sign from the streets. Think about that immediately, and then start doing something to either clear your mind or fill your mind with the why. Why are you doing what you're doing, right? If you're in a journey like me that you want to change your life very late in life, and you want to have something very, very big and very ambitious, something that people are going to look at you like you're crazy, but you have to do it. if you fail, you fail, but at least you tried. So you start thinking about the why, because I do get impatient living in this ghost time where nothing is happening, where I have nothing to show for. And it's sometimes it's scary, but I just have to keep going. So also, if you're one of those people who don't know what they really want, they want to change, but they're not very sure what it is that they want in life, well, then that's your job, figuring out what it is that you want. But I do believe that you already know, you kind of do know, and just you don't want to admit it to yourself, because it's a very big thing, it's very ambitious, and people are going to think you're crazy. So you kind of do know. So you're going to get there. At one time, you're going to admit what it is, and then that's when you start doing one step at a time towards your goal. Anyway, it's very recent that I found out what I actually wanted to do. I had many, many ideas. I kind of knew that I wanted to be a nomad artist, but again, I thought it was impossible to achieve. I still think sometimes that it's very hard, but that's what I want to do. I'm not going to, what am I supposed to do? Find replacement things to do? It's not going to work. So I'm going all in, and I'm still peeling away things that I think that I want to do on top of it, and I realize, that's not the main goal, and they're distractions. So I'm working on that. So my main goal is becoming a nomad artist, but I have mini goals. For example, things that I have to do first. One of those things is to get rid of my debt. So let's get into it. So I started with 10K. My first update, the first time that I shared with you guys, my debt was in, what was it? $8,950. My last update was $5,125, and right now we are at, drum roll, $4,750. So I am so happy I reached the 4,000, and in no time it's going to be 3, then 2, 1, and then 0. So we're getting there. And if you want to support my channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee, and as I mentioned before, I do have a new website where I sell sort of like merch with some of my designs. It's very new, there's not that many designs, but it is what it is. You can make donations there too. But the best thing you can do, guys, is just watch my channel, share, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Ciao.